To power on your iPad, press and hold the power lock button for about 3 seconds or until the white Apple icon appears. Powering up should take about 45 seconds. Once the device powers on, it will take you to this lock screen. To power your iPad off, press and hold the power lock button for about 3 seconds or until this slide to power off option appears. To power off, slide your finger left to right along the slider. When your device is powered on, this lock screen will appear first. To unlock your iPad, slide your finger left to right on the lock slider just as you did with the power slider. This will take you to the home screen. To lock your device, tap and release the power lock button once and the screen will go black. Now, when you touch the screen, it won't respond. To unlock your device, tap and release on the power lock button, and again, slide your finger left to right to unlock. Your iPad comes with a customizable home screen where you can organize applications and utilities to your liking. Along the top is the status bar where you can find information such as the time, battery level, enabled connections, and signal strength. Scrolling to the left from the main home screen will take you to this quick search tool on your iPad. Here, you can perform web searches as well as search for applications and utilities on your device. As you scroll through the screens on your iPad, your screen location will be tracked by the white dot shown here. The icons in the frozen panel along the bottom will appear at the bottom of each home screen, making them easier to access. A 3-finger tap on the home screen will zoom in. Tapping with 3 fingers again will return you to the default view size. The Master Volume Control button is located on the right side of your iPad. This button controls all volumes on your iPad, and the level is indicated in the gray volume box that appears on the screen. To turn the volume down, tap on the bottom of the volume button. To turn the volume up, press the top. Holding the button will cause a faster increase or decrease in the volume level. Out of the box, the button above the volume control bar can mute all sounds when pushed down. When you push the toggle switch up, sound will become active again. This button can also be used to control screen orientation. To edit the functionality of the toggle switch, tap on the settings icon, and here, under General Settings, you can see the 2 available functions for the toggle switch: lock rotation and mute. By default, the switch's function is set to mute. The home button is the physical circle-shaped button at the bottom of your device. Tapping this button twice will open the multitasking bar. You can control screen orientation here as well by scrolling to the left and tapping this icon. Tapping the home button one time will drop the multitasking bar, returning you to the home screen. Now the screen will reorient itself based on vertical or horizontal positioning. To demonstrate the use of the home button, I will open up my notepad to access a stored number. Again, double tapping on the home button will open this multitasking bar, making it easy to jump to the address book to save the number. Tapping the home button once from Applications and Utilities will return you to the home screen. From the home screen, tapping the home button will open the quick search tool where you can do a web search or search for applications and utilities. Tapping again will return you to the main home screen. To demonstrate the keyboard on the iPad, I will open up the notepad that comes on the device. The keyboard is a virtual full QWERTY keyboard, making it easy to type just as you would on a normal keyboard. Tapping either of these buttons will switch the keyboard to numbers and commonly used symbols. To access an additional set of symbols, tap either of these two buttons. Either of these ABC buttons will return you to the original full QWERTY keyboard. Turning the device horizontal, the keyboard will reorient, unless screen orientation is locked. Typing on the keyboard is just like typing on a real keyboard. If you have larger sized hands, you may want to type without using your pinky fingers. As you type, if you misspell a word, your iPad will automatically correct your spelling if possible. Tapping the spacebar twice at the end of a sentence will automatically insert a period. A long press on the touchscreen in a text entry field will open this magnifying glass, making it easier to accurately place the cursor. When you drop the cursor, this box will appear with options to select all, or paste. Here, I'll select all the text. At the beginning and end of your selection are blue pins that you can drag and drop to resize your selection. When you have text selected, two new options appear to cut or copy the selected text. Here, I'll cut the text and paste it one line above. Choosing Select will select the word directly behind the cursor. Again, you can drag and drop the pins to resize your selection. This time, I'll copy the text and paste it one line below. Tapping this button will hide the keyboard. When you type text into your iPad, certain words may appear to look like hyperlinks, such as next Wednesday. Tapping on the words in this case gives you the option to create an event for next Wednesday in your calendar. We'll cover the calendar later in this section. To bring the keyboard back up, simply tap on a text entry field. An easy way to delete all text you have typed is to press and hold on the screen again and choose Select All. Tapping the backspace key will delete all selected text. If you are not running broadband services on your iPad and want to connect it to the internet, you will need to connect it to an available wireless network, such as in your home. To enable Wi-Fi, tap on Settings, and second from the top is Wi-Fi. To turn Wi-Fi on, simply tap the On/Off toggle switch. Once you turn Wi-Fi on, available networks and range will appear, some with a lock indicating that the connection is secured. Once you have found the network you wish to connect to, tap on it, and if it is secured, you will be prompted to enter the security password. If you do not know this password, this can be obtained from your network administrator or internet service provider. Once you have entered the password, tap the Join button here on the keyboard. Your device will verify the connection and password, and if all is correct, a checkbox will appear next to the network that you are connected. Now that we have a Wi-Fi connection on the device, when you access the internet, your home page comes right up. Here, I'll do a quick Google search for Apple. If you turn Wi-Fi off, then back on again, your device will automatically reconnect to the same network. If you don't want to use the network again, tap here. On this screen, you can find information about the network, and at the top, forget this network. Once you have tapped forget this network, you will need to confirm your request or cancel it. Tapping forget, now when you disable or enable Wi-Fi, your device will not automatically attempt to connect with that same network. Your iPad comes with a full HTML web browser. Using the arrows in the top left corner, you can navigate back and forth through the pages you have viewed. Tapping this icon will display all open web browsing windows. To open a new window, tap on the New Page box shown here. When the window first opens, recent Google search suggestions will appear first. Tapping on this bar twice will expand the URL bar and place the cursor for typing. Here, I will go to apple.com. As you can see, the device automatically adds the www prefix. When screen orientation is unlocked, turning the device vertical or horizontal will cause the screen to adjust appropriately. Again, as shown before, if you want to lock the screen orientation, it is just a couple clicks away in the multitasking bar. Now, turning the device, it will not reorient. This is useful when using your iPad laying down. The easiest way to zoom in and out while web browsing is by using the multi-touch feature to pinch to zoom. However, double tapping on the screen is also an easy way to zoom in and out. Next to the Windows icon, which now shows a number 2 for the 2 windows we have opened, is the bookmark icon. Tapping this icon, a list of all saved bookmarks will appear. Tapping the icon again will hide this list. This icon gives you 4 options: to add the current page as a bookmark, add it to the home screen as an icon for one-touch access, email the page's URL, and to print the page. Here, I'll add apple.com to my bookmarks, opening the bookmark editor. Here, you can choose to rename the bookmark, change the URL, and select a category to save the bookmark to. Here, I'll save it to the bookmarks bar. Once you're finished, tap Save. Tapping the Windows icon, you can see the 2 windows that are open. To close a window, tap the X in the top left-hand corner, and to open a window, simply tap on it. Tapping on this icon again, I will choose to add Google to the home screen. This will open the Add to Home editor. Here, you can rename the shortcut if you'd like. Once you're finished, tap Add, and the shortcut will be placed on the home screen. Tapping on the shortcut will launch the page. Selecting the bookmarks icon again, and selecting the bookmarks bar, you can find the Apple bookmark that was saved earlier. Tapping on it will launch the page. Returning back to the bookmarks, you can also find history at the top. Tapping on this will display your web history listed in chronological order. To clear your history, Tap on the clear icon in the top right corner and select Clear History at the bottom. If you are on a website and want to save the information to your iPad, a screenshot is a great way to do this. Simultaneously tapping the power lock button and the home button will take the screenshot, and a white flash will confirm that it was successful. The screenshot can be found in your gallery. To access the address book that comes on your iPad, tap this icon on your home screen. If you have any contacts saved, they will be listed here in alphabetical order, and you can search for individual contacts using the search bar at the top. To add a contact, tap on the plus sign here, opening the contact editor. You will first want to start by entering a first and last name. Below this is the option to add the company that the contact works for. The next step is to add a phone number. As you add phone numbers, additional entry fields will appear for additional numbers. Tapping here, you can change the label for the number. Here, I'm changing the label for this phone number to work. I'll add a second number and again change the label, but this time to mobile. Continuing through the editor, I will now add John Doe's email address, and just as with the phone numbers, you can change the labels for each address. The next option is to assign a website URL to the contact, and again, you can change the label if necessary. Tapping on this icon will expand the editor to include entry fields for physical address. Here, I'll enter the street address, city, state, and zip code. At the bottom of the editor, you have the option to assign notes to the contact, as well as add additional fields such as job title, department, and birthday. Here, I'll add John Doe's job title as editor. Once you have entered all the information you want for the contact, tap the Done button in the top right-hand corner. Filling in as much information as you can for your contacts will make it easier to contact them using your iPad, whether it's through email, phone, or even just a mailing address. To edit information for a specific contact, tap the Edit button in the bottom left-hand corner of the contact card selected. Here, you can make any necessary changes and even delete the contact. Tapping Delete Contact will ask you one more time if you want to delete it or cancel. Tapping Delete will remove it from your iPad. Your iPad comes with a handy calendar tool, making it easy to access your agenda. Tapping on this icon will launch the calendar, and by default, the calendar will open in Day View. Along the bottom, there are two arrows that you can use to jump back and forth between days, weeks, and months. Along the top are four toggle buttons. Tapping on Week will launch the calendar in Week View, and Month will launch the calendar in Month View. The last option, List, will open up a list of all events for the month you are in. Tapping on the Calendars option in the top left-hand corner will open this window, with options to show calendars on my iPad as well as birthdays. When checked, the calendars are active, and in this case, tapping on them will remove the check, disabling it from your calendar. Here, I'm choosing to show only calendars on my iPad. To create an event, tap on the plus icon in the bottom right-hand corner, and this will open the event editor. The first thing you will want to do is assign the event a title and location. Next, you will need to enter a start and end time. Using the wheel along the bottom, you can set specific start and end times. However, if this entry is for an all-day event, simply tap on the all-day toggle button to enable it. Here, I've set the event to begin at 5 p.m. and end at 7 p.m. When you have finished editing the event time, tap Done to return to the editor. The next option is to choose a repeat schedule for the event. Since this is a weekly event, I'll choose every week. Again, tap Done to return to the editor. If you set up the event as a repeating event, a new field appears with the option to set a date for the event to stop repeating. However, since there is no definitive end to the repetition of this meeting, I'll select Repeat Forever. With important calendar entries, it is a good idea to set up an alert. Tapping here, you can choose how early prior to the event you want to be alerted. Here, I'll choose 1 hour. Again, tap Done to return to the editor. Once a first alert has been set, a new entry field appears for a second alert. Here, I'll set a second alert for 15 minutes prior to the event. Tap Done to return. The last step in the event editor is to add event notes. Here, I've notated that this is a money-saving presentation. When you have filled in everything you need for the event, tap Done, and it will be saved to your calendar. Tapping on Month View, you can see the event has been added for Wednesday the 22nd and repeats each following Wednesday. Tapping on the event will display the information saved about it. Tapping the Edit button opens the event editor, where you can change any necessary information or delete the event. Selecting Delete Event will give you options to delete only this event or to delete all future events, since this is a repeating event. Here, I've chosen to delete only this event, and as you can see, all future days for this event are still in the calendar. Tapping Delete All Future Events will delete the event in its entirety. A great tool to use with the calendar is the search bar. Here, if you can't remember the date an event occurs, you can search for it. Here, I was able to locate Mom's birthday on July 29th, 2011. Tapping on the result will take you to the event.